kilo flying blender, basically. It is genuinely terrifying. I'm scared of crashing it into somebody or something. Mate, I crashed into you, I think. I think I hit you. But I've actually got the shakes on, it's like being in a drift train. Hey everyone, welcome along. So if you are on any of our social media or you're a long-term fan of the YouTube channel, you'll know that I got quite interested in drones recently and I have stepped it up a notch. So I've seen a lot of Johnny FPV. We had a young chap called Elliot FPV who was here for BDC, and then recently I have had the guys along from Glasgow FPV. FPV everything. So for those of you who aren't aware, FPV stands for first person view, and I'm going to show you a couple of drones. I actually bought two drones, a training one and one that's so fast it terrifies me. So yeah, let's go have a look at them. First one that we've got, oh, new subscriber. First one that we've got is called the Emax Tiny Hawk. So this thing weighs like 30 grams. You see in comparison to my hand, there's very little to it, but it does have this proper shonky little camera, and it basically just allows you to practice the skills required in order to fly these drones. So anyone who's flown a DJI Mavic thinks it's easy. You're right, it's really easy in comparison to these things in acro mode or acrobat mode, where you can do backflips and barrel rolls and all that cool stuff. So this thing is nails. I broke it a little bit, some hot glue application. I've knocked the camera out about, I don't know, 40 times, but I've crashed it hundreds of times now. It's great for flying in a house. I've flown it into my 6-year-old, I flew it into myself, right into my face, absolutely flat out. So yeah, that guy's for training. And then what we've got is this chap. So this guy is considerably more serious. As you can see here, we've got two cameras on this. We've got a GoPro Session, which gets some nice sweet HD footage, and then we've got the first person view camera, which is the camera that I look through in order to fly the drone. And in order to see the signal, you might have seen these guys people standing around with these on, looking like total ginks with aerials sticking out their heads. But that allows me to see what this can see with no latency, so that I can actually react to things as they're happening. And yeah, this thing can do probably 80 miles an hour in, I don't know, a second or so. It's basically a 600 gram, probably heavier than that with the battery and the GoPro, probably now around about a kilo flying blender, basically. So yeah, so I'll quickly show you the difference between what I see in my goggles. So first person view, it sort of looks like 1950s, 1960s TV or old VCR tapes that you might have. And then obviously we've got the GoPro footage. So as I mentioned earlier on, the other weekend we had a couple of the guys from Glasgow FPV along. Those guys came and basically chased Stuart around in his practice car. They did a cool little edit for us. I think it was Tony Fong, Fong FPV, everything FPV basically. If you're into FPV, basically you've just got to add FPV to the end of your name. I'm not going to be doing that. Anyway, yeah, so yeah, let's watch it. It's 4 minutes or so of those guys chasing them around and the sort of flying that I aspire to one day.
Aside from my soul, there goes a sight now there goes a sight from my soul, there goes a sight from my soul, there goes a sight, there goes a sight, there goes a sight from my soul. I think a fallen angel just walked by. 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 There goes a sight from my soul. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my there goes a sight. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. There goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight from my soul.
How cool was that? I cannot wait to get that good. It's I have done one chase so far. I've only put like 5 batteries through this big drone so far because it is genuinely terrifying. I'm scared of crashing it into somebody or something that doesn't belong to me, so I only really use it when the place is closed. But yeah, I can give you a little view. If anybody is watching our Lexus giveaway series just now, you will have seen some of the footage used in that. But here is the whole bit, including the crashes and the nasty stuff. So yeah, take a look at this. I just landed on the hill and it rolled down. Ah. It's fine. Mate, I crashed into you, I think. I think I hit you. Well, I've actually got the shakes on it, so it's like being in a drift train. Are you doing some more?
I'm going to finish doing another lap.
Right, I'll get back up then. First ever time chasing a car, man, that's exciting. Like, I'm not even very good at flying drone, and I went straight for death or glory, really. Whew, I've got the shakes. That's mega. If you've not got one of these things, you should definitely get one. There we have it, the difference between somebody who's been flying for a while and me, who's not been flying for very long. I have done quite a lot of simulator time. You can use this controller, connect up to your PC and fly around in a couple of different games, Liftoff and Velocidrone. So yeah, if you're into that, give them a check out. It's definitely the cheapest and easiest way to see if this is something that you'd like to do. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you again to our patrons who bought our first Mavic and sort of gave this idea to me and has now given me a brand new hobby to play at. I'm sure we'll see lots of cool footage and even more crashes coming up. So stay tuned, do subscribe, likes up, thumbs up, like all that other sort of stuff. See ya. That was not the landing I was looking for, but yeah, a couple of little chunks out of the blades, but they'll still be good. Yay, that's fun, so much fun. Yeah, that's not where I was trying to land though. Definitely need to work on my landings.